What kinds of changes do you see going on within such a traditional company in order to meet this confusion, this chaos, this incredibly rapid pace of change and innovation? How is a company like SAP able to compete?
Well, we're competing quite well, and over the last several years, again, this accommodation of our customers' requirements, we have hundreds of thousands of customers. This is an evolution of software, and I think we all understand that. And we are a software company, so I want to make sure that you understand that this perspective is going to be on that side of the cloud, if there's a side of the cloud. But we have a very strong relationship with our customers, and one of the earlier comments about proceed with caution with your vendors. I'd like to, I understand that perspective, but I believe that thematically has changed. That's my opinion, and I'm speaking from an industry perspective, not just as a representative of SAP. I see this all over the globe with customers at every sector, every industry, and every size. There's a willingness to embrace co-innovation and work with vendors in a different way. And it's not just with SAP, of course, our competition is experiencing this as well. It's whether or not those vendors can move at the pace and make those adjustments to co-innovate at the speed of the cloud, and certainly at the speed of the expectations of those customers, which is something we grapple with. That's a difficult challenge for, I think, just about any vendor.
How real is that hybridized environment, and what are some of the challenges that, as you guys bring things to market, you're seeing or helping customers to overcome in terms of those accelerated expectations?
There's a significant investment in on-premise in most of the large enterprise. Of course, the larger the enterprise, the larger the investment. Many of those processes need to be in an on-premise circumstance, right? They have to leverage that technology, huge investments. Prioritization of what goes to the cloud, it seems to be the theme and topic right now. What and how. There's obviously a push towards agility and cost savings at the very top, all throughout the organization. Everyone wants to drive to the cloud. That level of prioritization, the timelines, and how they're going to weave that into the current plan that was established years ago in some cases. Huge enterprise decisions were made to move to some evolution, but what percentage of that goes to the cloud, and what and how much you embrace or agree with the timelines for hybrid environments, or when we'll reach that cloud nirvana that we're all talking about, where everything's there, is something that I think everyone just kind of pushes to the side. It's a matter of, for us, and I think many of the large enterprise master brands are probably dealing with, it's a matter of providing the kind of counsel on prioritization, what's going to fit, what won't, what will work in the cloud, based on their plan individually.
We feel that especially when it comes to cloud, partly because there's so much change going on, and there's so many new or changed types of providers out there, that the process of selecting the provider is at least as important as selecting the solution.
Yeah, without question, and I think certainly everything's been accelerated, and a change in cloud, or at least we believe, and what we're experiencing, I'll say globally, is that these longer-term relationships that we've had with our customers are engaging with us sooner, and the definition or alignment on what those expectations are for the cloud are collaboratively being built out. So we're not just seeing a simple point in time where we're being pulled in based on some RFP or some definition of what their expectation is for their future planning cycles. Some of these cloud discussions are occurring line of business, C-suite, and they're pulling us in very early, simply because that accelerated level of innovation that they understand is occurring out in the space, regardless of vendor selection. They understand that it's moving fast. They're trying to get in front of it quickly. Many of the successful customers that we have are making those decisions to pull us in early to discuss how cloud is going to be embedded within that plan.
How good is the average customer, do you think, at that prioritization, though? Is that something where the enterprise IT and or business leaders still require quite a bit of assistance and guidance? Or do you believe that the average enterprise, and especially its IT and business leaders, have a good enough handle on their own abilities and the abilities of what can be delivered with cloud to prioritize their investments in migration?
That's an interesting question. I think that many are challenged by the fringe investments and that are made within the large enterprise in cloud. So there's a willingness to align and prioritize, and they do a very good job at most levels, at least the relationships that we have with all of our customers. They understand what their enterprise is doing. However, the prioritization or what is going to be important, I think, is still a challenge. I don't think anyone would disagree with that. It's a challenge to determine what and how you're going to accommodate all of the expectations of your company, and then start to go through those line of business expectations, the IT expectations, the C-suite expectations, even the board. What exactly are we going to do with the cloud, and how are we going to move there? It's a challenge that, again, we don't assist them on that. We're not consulting them on that decision, but providing them exposure to what this innovation is, I think, is the real key here. And that exposure to innovation earlier in the cycle than later is helping some of our customers make the better decisions on what they're going to leverage, simply because it's moving so fast.